Hey, good morning. It's Friday, November 18th, and we're here to solve the New York Times crossword puzzle. I always say good morning because I solve these in the morning, but I don't know when you're watching this or where you are or what time it is. But when you're here, it's morning. So that's that. Today's puzzle was constructed by Robin Weintraub. She's, one of the names we see more frequently. Prolific constructor who has a lot of bylines in the New York Times. So, um, I'm not expecting anything too off the wall. But let's see what she's got. Hope you had a good week. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's solve a crossword. Nickname for the Los Angeles Angels. Like the A's? No. Nickname for the Los Angeles Angels. Part of a watch. Is a hand? Part of many commands. Abbreviation. Great job you did for me, sarcastically or not. Resort hotel with the slogan, "This is how we Vegas." I'm gonna say that's the Win. I'm not 100%, but it fits, and I can't think of too many places that would fit that have four letters in the name. Bill collectors. Feels like someone who has like a hat collection, but I don't know. Woodworking tool similar to a kitchen zester. I'm not big on woodworking tools. I don't work wood very often. Compound used to make soft pretzels. Yeah, it's eccentric, like just weird, perhaps. Monitor locales. Monitors are on desks typically. Selfish toddler's cry. Selfish toddler's cry. It's equivalent to a cup. To a cup. Is that a unit of measure? Here, there, and everywhere. Twin daughter on Blackish. Put in the paper. Put in the paper. Like run an article. Old Possum's Book of Practical something. Yikes. This is much more challenging than I was expecting from a Robin Weintraub puzzle. Um, tough cluing and some unusual cluing. So we'll see. Torah holders, are they held in arcs? Malice is like spite. Remember, I used to play a card game with my grandmother when I was young called Spite and Malice, and it was a very full-on game that I don't know. No one else that I ever met had ever played this game. Uh, Spite and Malice. How about it? Where a doctor might check for a monosynaptic reflex. That's in your knee when they whack your knee with that little hammer. Arrive at the same point. Like meet. A Glengarry is one in the shape of a boat. A Glengarry. I mean, Glengarry, Glen Ross is all I can think of. Great film. Glengarry whiskey, right? Specialized group. I've heard this 1,000 times already. Like, give it a rest? No. Gray in a picture. Gray in a picture. So like 50 Shades of Gray. Dorian Gray, maybe. Spend some time in the Outback, bro. Word that can follow anything. Curmudgeon. It's like a crank or foundation specification. Stockholder. It's like a pen or a sty, perhaps. The horse fair artist Bonheur. Time spent on land, maybe. Like shore leave. That's like for a sailor. Saint Ives, I think, right? As I was going to St. Ives, I met a man with 7 wives. Toy from a place that no longer exists. Work harmoniously, like mesh. I'm gonna say it's mesh, probably. Made like sci-fi author's creation. It's like a world, maybe. So not great. I mean, I don't know, not a super long pass, but like didn't get a whole lot of help on that. Hopefully the downs will go a little better for me. Web code initials. That's what, HTML. A call of port. One of 26 in Texas's Katy Freeway. Wow, it must be a lane, which is really upsetting. The 26 lane highway. Is that possible? One of 26. I mean, it's got to be, right? Nickname for the Los Angeles Angels. Oh, the Halos. Duh. Call of port, ahoy. A raised index finger might represent one, I'm going to say, right? Great job you did. So thanks, something. Get out while you're still up. Get out while you're still up. Hesitate. Hit the ground. So it's probably a lit. Like your plane hits the ground. Roger's relative. They left behind one of their own in a 1982 film. Great job you did for me, sarcastic or not. Thanks a lot, right? They left behind one of their own in a 1982 film. Like, bill collectors, money, something. Get out while you're still up. Shipment that might include a note saying miss you. A shipment that might include a note saying miss you, like a box of chocolates or flowers. A raccoon humorously. Fit for a daredevil. Fit for a daredevil. Goes around in circles. Cafe offering. Hex. Like cafe offering is like a scone? Like bill collector's money. Title for a Benedictine monk. Oh, so this is wrong, I think, because I think that's fra, like brother. 1962 number one hit that's a Halloween favorite. Well, that's Monster Mash. Lorana, Kermit's name in the Latin American. Lorana. Huh. I mean, I would have thought it was just the word for green, which is verde, but I don't know. Guy at the front of a long line. Like Adam? Feels like that clue should have a question mark after it. I mean, that's kind of punny, and I don't know. Pre-euro is lira, the Italian currency. Superior dwellings say, like something homes, gray. They're not like all over something. Superior dwellings say. Superior. Oh, lake. Like Lake Superior. So lake. It's not homes. I mean, lake. Oh, lake houses. Lake houses. Not a huge stretch to get from lake homes to lake houses, so probably should have figured that out earlier. Stale is what? Trite. Polo on television. Polo. Spotted. Seen. Kind of butter used in skin cream. Like shea butter. I don't know how to spell that. Shea butter. Must be a hat. Shea butter. Lender requiring collateral up front. It follows precedent. Current phenomenon. Outfitted with up. Like geared up. What you always get on your birthday. Older. That's kind of dumb because like you get older every day, even if it's not your birthday. Spend some time in the Outback, perhaps. Oh, drove. Subaru Outback. I drive a Subaru Outback, so that's very relatable for me. Great Mountain Car. And that was Dorian Gray. Terrific book. Oscar Wilde is a brilliant guy. One of the cleverest men who ever lived, cleverest people. Ominous is grim. A browser button is, I don't know, dice in Monopoly is a pair. Like zeros, even. Watch over. This feels like something might be not right here. Watch over. Where you might get cucumbers and oil. That's a spa. Ambient 1, music for airports artists. That's Brian Eno. So the downs went a lot better. Still, though, we're already at 10 minutes. Like, I should be wrapping up here soon, time-wise. And instead, I've still got a long way to go. Part of many commands. Bill collectors. Money. Like, is it money? Get out while you're still up. Let's skydive. Money something. Let's say this is scone. Bill collectors. Money chits. Hesitate. Woodworking tool similar to a kitchen zester. Is it like an adze? ADZ, fit for a daredevil. And win might be wrong. Maybe I should just get rid of that. Eccentric is what? Dotty? Money clips? Does that work? Roger's relative. Something's wrong here. Monitor locales. This is mine, and this is halter. That came together. It's equivalent to a cup. What is this? A Rogers relative. And like this is hand. Right? They left behind one of their own in a 1982 film, like the E.T. Is it the E.T.s? Like sort of a watch. Oh, face. Falter. There we go. That works better. Copy. Here, there, and everywhere. All over. I mean, it feels like all over the place, but I don't think we've got a rebus going on here. All over. Old Possum's Book of Practical Specialized Group. Oh, here we go again. Word that can follow anything else. There we go. Curmudgeon is a grump. It's rip. Okay, riptide, yep. Foundation specification. This must be pawn shop, yeah. Foundation specification is shade, I guess. Like a makeup foundation. Browser button's home. Toy, it's a Pomeranian. Follows precedent. Oh, case law. Essentially, this group is what? Cadre. Pomeranian. Like zeros. Huh. And this is world. Zeros. Eval? Like zeros. What is this? Watch over. So this is tend. Stockholders up. Like zeros. Oval. What is this? Stock pot. Okay. Really struggling here. I mean, This is not what I was expecting from this puzzle, and challenging in a good way. I hope I can finish it. So Roger's relative is a copy. Roger's relative copy. Shipment that might include a note saying, miss you. A shipment that might include a note saying, miss you. Oh, a care package. There we go. This double A looks bad. I'm going to get rid of that. A raccoon, humorously. Is this something panda, right? Trash panda? Right? Man's control. Okay, so that works. Good for a daredevil. What is this? Resort hotel must be what, Aria? Working tool similar to a kitchen zester. It's a rasp. Risky, rasp. Goes around in circles, laps, desks. Equivalent to a cup. All over the map. There we go. We're getting there. Practical. This is Terry Polo. To copy. This is Dom. Oops. Cup is a trophy. Something's wrong here. Copy. Roger's relative. Copy. What? Renee, like in the paper. Copy that. Roger's relative. So like when you're communicating by walkie-talkie or over the radio, you say, copy that. Like that's tough. That's kind of a stretch. That whole little section here, I mean, Lorana, Renee, Dom, trophy, like that's a good clue for trophy, but it was tough. I don't, this was a much harder puzzle than I was expecting. 1628, I mean, not too crazy, but just the cluing was unusual and surprising and challenging. Some nice highlights here. I mean, Dorian Gray, I already mentioned. Big fan of that. Pomeranian will always make me think of The Big Lebowski. He's like, can't believe you brought a Pomeranian bowling. He's like, I didn't bring it bowling, dude. I'm not renting it shoes. I'm not buying it a beer. Anyways, Trash Panda, that's fun. I mean, a little bit insulting to raccoons. But what are you going to do? No one really likes raccoons all that much. So I guess here we are, or here we go again, perhaps. Didn't super love the long side. I mean, all over the map. Here we go again. Fine. Bill Collector's Money Clips. That was pretty good. I like that one. Overall, though, I mean, I'm always happy to see a Friday that's a little more challenging. I think this was pretty enjoyable in just the level of difficulty that it offered. A lot of names. I mean, Diane crossing Adam. Was this Rosa? Dorian Gray? Just not a huge fan of so many names here. But overall, I mean, this was a nice puzzle and not what I was expecting from Robin. So, yeah, overall, pretty happy. Anyways, I'm going to get ready for work and start my day. So glad I've got this out of the way. And as I mentioned up top of the video, if you don't mind clicking the like button, I always appreciate that. If you really liked it, please subscribe to my channel and you'll get more videos like this roughly once a week whenever I get around to it. But in the meantime, thanks for joining me for another live solve of the New York Times and New York Times crossword. And we'll catch you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye.